Greetings and salutations, rest of humanity and possibly aliens. It is your boy FreakEasy Gaming, and I am bringing you guys all the Fallout 4 details I know so far. So if there's any other ones, guys, comment that down below so I could even do more research and bring you guys, all the Fallout 4 details. Now, this is most of the Fallout 4 details. This ain't gonna be all of them because, of course, we're learning new stuff about the game every day. And probably something with my luck, something about the game will come out tomorrow that's really big. Now let's start with the basics. If you guys don't know, Fallout 4, basically it's created by Bethesda, a game company which I believe is the third largest game developer in the United States and in the world, which is really, really cool. They made some awesome games in the past. Some games in the past that you may have played are Skyrim and Fallout 3. Basically, Bethesda, the game studio, they won an award for Fallout 3 and the Elder Scrolls, and now they're making Fallout 4, which, according to Todd Howard, is their most ambitious game ever. It's the game that they put the most work into. It's a game that they put the most development into, and I believe it's the game that they spent the most money ever making, Bethesda-wise. Now, it is a... Now, I'll get into specs later. I was about to get into specs, but sorry about that. Now, about the game, supposedly you emerge the sole survivor of Vault 111. As you know, you create your character in the beginning. If you guys don't already know this, it's in the spoiler for just you guys, because I don't want you guys to hate me. So if you guys don't want spoiler alerts, I suggest you skip ahead, but there still might be spoilers, so, skip at your own risk. Basically, anyway, guys, story goes, in the beginning, what we know so far is, you know how you have the family in the beginning. Well, anyway, bombs drop. You guys all go to this Vault 111. Now, after, I believe, 200 years of stasis, sleeping, you emerge the sole survivor, which is really, really cool, of Vault 111. Now, I'm not sure what the Vault looks like. I'm not sure if it's in chaos, or maybe it's perfectly normal, and you're the only dude alive, and supposedly you were, like, in some kind of stasis, or some kind of, cryogenic sleep. Now, I'm not sure exactly which one it was, so don't hold me to it. But, you guys know we get to explore the wasteland and stuff, all set now in beautiful Boston. Boston, love you guys. All set now in this beautiful Boston wasteland. It's going to be amazing. This is their biggest game, and I was about to get in specs once again because the specs are absolutely amazing for this game, and I'll talk more about that later. I got every second, guys, out there in the wasteland is a struggle for survival. You guys gotta fight raiders. You guys gotta get supplies. You gotta gather supplies. You gotta drink water. I'm pretty sure they're gonna have hardcore mode and stuff because that was really fun in New Vegas. You added like kind of a sense of realism. Every choice you make in the game is yours. It's not a game that's gonna force you to make a choice. When you have this dialogue options, if you guys look, they kind of did like this. Telltale Games thing where like you could either be an a-hole, you could be nice, or you could be passive, or you can be completely quiet. Now those are pretty cool. That's awesome, especially for a Fallout 4 game. Now I'm not sure exactly what's gonna be from Boston included. I know it's going to be the stadium. I know one of the stadiums is gonna be in there. A couple of national monuments and one of the major cities, which is gonna be really, really sweet. Now you could now rebuild the wasteland. I'm not sure if you guys know this. You guys could build your own settlement, your own home, and have like a community. You guys could build up the community, and basically have your own mega city eventually, probably. And then you guys could have your cities. Like if you have multiple little caravan cities, you could run caravans in between them, which is quite cool, which is really awesome. Now, you guys have freedom and liberty in this game. Freedom and liberty to do whatever your little heart desires. Now, within reason, of course, you're not going to be able to jump on top of a mountain, fucking do a 360 and ride a snowmobile down it, you know what I mean? So, guys, for you people who really like, oh, you can't do anything you want, just calm down, please. It's within reason. If you've ever played a Fallout 3 or Skyrim game, you guys will know that you're basically free to do whatever you want, almost. Now, it has hundreds of locations, hundreds of characters, hundreds of quests. There's multiple different factions you could join. Supposedly in this new wasteland, a bunch of factions are struggling for power, and the one you choose to join is probably the one that's gonna win, obviously, since you're the main character, and it's been like that since Fallout fucking 3 that I've played. Fallout New Vegas, of course. You guys could collect, build, and upgrade everything from your weapons to your armor to chemicals to your fucking meds, I believe, and then weapons, armor, meds, and food. Even food, and that's supposedly just the beginning. That doesn't include your village, your little settlement, the turrets that you could put to protect your settlement, the different things you could build, the water pumps, all that cool stuff. Now, they have a super, like, how do I put this? The graphics are going to be amazing in this game. They are using, like, almost a never before seen graphics and lighting engine, which brings just Fallout to almost a realistic level. If you guys looked at it, it looks really, really, really good. It's dynamic details basically everywhere, and it just if you guys ever watched any interviews with Todd Howard or the major production designers, they basically say that they had so many arguments just over the color green for the Pip-Boy. They spent hours and hours trying to decide what color of green to use on the Pip-Boy. Now that is dedication, my friends. And then you have the color blue that they decided on, which, again, major argument supposedly. And then the color yellow on the back of the Vault suit, which is pretty cool. Which means they just really care about getting us that best content, that best quality, and that best amazing stuff, like they always do. Now they're going to have Vats again, which is, if you guys don't know, is the Vault-Tec assisted targeting system, which is absolutely amazing. It lets you attack people. Now, it doesn't pause like it did in Fallout 3 or Fallout New Vegas, where the dude could be behind a pillar. You're like, are you serious? I just used some Vats and this dude's behind a pillar. Now they move in slow motion. So if, let's say something's blocking the dude, like let's say the pillar's in your way or whatever, it does it in slow motion, so the dude comes out from behind the pillar or moves, which is really neat unless he's taking cover and stuff like that. Now they're gonna have violence. Now intense first-person and third-person combat. That is awesome, guys. The first-person combat, if you haven't seen it, absolutely looks incredible. Now I know some footage got leaked, which really sucks for them, and that just blows that somebody would do that. But according to Todd Howard, they took some of the people from like the greatest shooter developers, like Activision and stuff, and they requested their help, and they got the help and all that cool stuff, and they basically hired them. So basically it almost looks like Call of Duty shooting style. It's absolutely amazing. As we know, Call of Duty shooting style. Sorry about that, guys. Woo! Live commentary. Oh god, I'm dying. I'm sorry, Base Todd, don't kill me. Alright guys, sorry about that. I just coughed. Apologies. Now I do live commentary, which means basically everything I do is live. None of my stuff is really edited unless it's long parts of games. But anyway, out of that, the Vats, as I said, now they're taking people from like Activision and the biggest shooters, basically in the video game industry, and putting them to work to use in their own game, which is really cool. If you guys seen it, like I said, there was some leak footage. I did manage to see it, only a glimpse of it because my friend was showing it to me, but I didn't watch it because I really felt like it was disrespectful to the company and all. But it looked really, really good from the like 10 seconds I seen, and then I pushed his phone away. Now, once you leave the vault, you guys obviously can follow the main quest or go out and explore on your own, level up, do all that cool stuff. Now the perk system, how the perk system in this game now works is basically, you guys know how you have your special. Now I'm not going to go in great detail about the special because that's kind of weird. Like I don't want to go through all 10 of them and confuse anybody. But basically, if you, let's say you have 5 on strength. Now you guys could apply this to all the other specials, which endurance, charisma, intelligence, agility, and luck. You guys can apply that to all of them, which should really, really be sweet. Now, when you have strength, if let's say you have 5 on there, you can unlock certain perks. Yes, there's going to be perks. You unlock certain perks, and you know, obviously, when you level up, you could add to those perks and get the perks you want, which is really, really neat. Now, I'm not sure if you have to get one perk before you could get the other, but I highly doubt it because Fallout's never been like that, which is really cool. Now, radiation supposedly is going to be making a different part of the game. Supposedly it could change the way your body looks and stuff, which is absolutely crazy, and you could die from it, of course, and everything like that. Now, this is just what I've heard. I've heard this on a forum, which forums aren't too trustworthy, so don't trust that too much. Highly doubt it's going to change your appearance because it never has, and probably it never will. But in this game, you never know. Now, let's get into the specs and the details about it. Now, this game is going to be 28 gigabytes. Yes, 28 gigabytes. Some of you might be saying, oh, Call of Duty and this is bigger than that. But I talked to my friend who works in the tech industry. He writes code and all this cool stuff. He's a really awesome guy. And he went to school, learned all that cool stuff about coding, and obviously to computers and all that good stuff. And he says, he told me this. I told him it was 28 gigabytes, and this is what he's told me. He says it's so small because Bethesda, and since they're one of the biggest gaming companies in the world, that they have really, really good people to write their code. And if you ever watch interviews about how to get jobs with Bethesda or how to get a job at Bethesda, you basically have to have created your own stuff before you could even get the job. They ask you, have you created anything? And most likely, if you didn't create anything, they're not going to hire you. If you did create something, they're going to hire you, probably. Which is really cool. They have a rigorous interview process. Now, they only take the best of the best, which is really cool. And I'm pretty sure they make a few exceptions here and there, of course. They have hearts. They're not fucking monsters. Now, if you write the code properly, it could be written really small. So, basically, I'll put it to you this way. They said that out of the 28 gigabytes that the game is going to be, 14 of that is dialogue. And that 14 of the dialogue is bigger than the dialogue in Skyrim and Fallout 3 with all DLCs and Skyrim with all DLCs basically combined together. Now, my friends, that is a lot of effing dialogue if you guys ever played it. That is so much dialogue, it is beyond belief. Wow, that is crazy. Okay, now I want you guys to... Now, from the dialogue, we move on to the... To the actual game, the other 14 gigs. Now, what the other 14 gigs is mostly going to consist of is not the editing tool, because the editing tool basically... Editing tools really don't take up that. They don't really take up much space, I don't think. I'm not really sure about that. But with the editing tool, like I said, you could create your own village, all that cool stuff. And, damn, what was I going to say? Hold on, guys, I got my list right here. You got your editing tool. Oh, yeah, here we go. My bad. Apologies. Fallout 3 and New Vegas. Not New Vegas. Fallout 3 and Skyrim. Picture them combined. Those don't even equal the 28 gigs if we take out all the commentary and stuff. So let's say we take out half those gigs. Now, Fallout 3 with everything, I believe, is 9 gigabytes, which means they really have really good coding. Fallout 3 is 9 gigabytes with all DLCs, which that means they've had really good coding for a long time. Now, if we take 8, 16, so picture a Fallout 3 game. Now, okay, so let's say the Fallout 3 game is about 6 gigabytes without dialogue whatsoever. So 6, 12, and then plus another 2. So picture 2 Fallout 3 games plus a half another Fallout 3 game. Combined together equals all those side quests and all that cool stuff. That is a lot of side quests. Now that's probably gonna last you over. Now I'm gonna say this game, and since it's their biggest yet, their most ambitious. How long do I think the game's gonna last? You, like, as a person actually playing. Me, I'm gonna be playing 24/7 all the time. Not 24/7 all the time, but maybe 8 hours a day because of YouTube. But let's see. You figure Fallout 3 is still... I could still play it right now, and I wouldn't even scratch the surface of it because it has so much shit in it. And Skyrim, I barely cracked the surface of that game, and I did a lot of stuff. I had the game guide, I tried to do everything, and I didn't even scratch barely the surface of it. And that is just ridiculous. And it's been, what, since Skyrim came out? 2 years? 3 years? Since Fallout 4 was out, what, 2007, I think, or whatever. So this game probably is going to last me about 5-6 years. That's a long time, especially with DLCs and stuff. Especially Fallout 4 is a game you play over and over again to see what kind of choices you can make. Now, guys, that's all the details I have about Fallout 4 right now. Oh, one more detail. The Fallout 4 Xbox One bundle coming out in December. Not really part of it, but oh yeah, and another part after this. The Xbox One bundle comes with, get this, it doesn't come with Kinect because, you know, the company would go broke if it did, but it comes with Fallout 4, a digital copy, downloadable copy of Fallout 3, and a 1 terabyte Xbox One, and obviously a controller for all of the amazing price of $3.99. Now that is some dopey McDopeness. I don't even understand how they could do that, because when the Xbox came out with just one controller and the Xbox One itself, what was it, about $5.99 that we paid for it? Kind of ridiculous, but hey, you know, price drops obviously. It's been about 2 years since it came out. That is pretty awesome. That is amazing. Yeah, so guys, if you are in the market for an Xbox One in December, or you're like, damn, I can't afford an Xbox One right now, I can't afford to upgrade to next gen, that's probably going to be your best deal. Now, I'm not sure if PS4 is going to counter or Sony's going to counter, which they probably are, because Sony drops prices like crazy sometimes when Xbox drops prices. It's basically a sales tactic, which is really, really sweet. Now, then, here comes the even greater news. The news that I love so much to hear. Now, I went on Amazon, correct? I went to go try to pre-order a game of Fallout 4. I clicked on the edition, standard, and then right under standard was an edition called Season Pass. Now, I'm not sure if they were allowed to do it because I tried to pull it up again. Not there anymore. I clicked on Season Pass, and basically it didn't have no details. It just said Fallout 4 Season Pass for $29.99. Now that means there are going to be Fallout 4 DLC, $40 for a Season Pass, a lot of money. Usually it's like $29.99. This one's like $39.99, $40 for that DLC content. That means it's going to be massive. Probably one DLC is probably going to equal one of the, what do you call it? What's that one big one in Skyrim? I'm trying to think of the name, guys. Help me here. Oh, wait, you guys can't hear me. Damn, Dawnguard? No. Hearthfire? No. The other one. Damn it, whatever one it's called. You know, the one where you Dragonborn, you go to the... You know what I'm talking about. Basically, it's going to be bigger, probably, each of them's probably going to be bigger than those, which is going to be super sweet. It's probably going to be, okay, one DLC for this Fallout 4 I see being as big as Fallout 3. Now, I used Fallout 3 reference a lot because, you know, obviously, if you're looking at Fallout 4, you've obviously played Fallout 3. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. That's all the details I have so far. If you guys know anything that I don't know, please leave that in the comments below. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and see if we could get this video back to Bethesda, because I want to do strictly Fallout 4 gameplay in November when it does come out. Maybe a little Call of Duty here and there. Nazi zombies, you know. People like zombies, so, you know, might as well play it, and I like zombies because zombies are kick-ass. So, guys, if you did like the video, please leave me a like, comment, and subscribe again, guys, and see if we could work this video back to Bethesda, and see if we can't get me a sponsorship. Now, guys, I'm at 249 subscribers, like I said. I'm not sure if I said that yet, but see, guys, if we could get me to 250, I'd really, really appreciate it. I love each and every single one of you. And here tomorrow. And remember, guys, stay freaky.